नमन कॉल करके बोलते सर दोनों लिंक भेज दिए। कॉल करके बोलते सर दोनों लिंक भेज दिए। सही है। व्यू नहीं आया क्या एक भी? इसमें तो आया है। क्यों? 2 व्यूज में आ गए तेरे को। कॉल करके बोलते सर हमने लिंक सेंड कर दी। मिस कॉल आएगी सर की? हेलो लैंडस्केप करो एंटी क्लॉकवाइज घुमाओ। ओके चल लैंडस्केप कर। रोटेट डिवाइस हो रहा है यार। ऑप्शन होगा ना कोई? ये तो कैमरा नहीं और कुछ होगा ना? सर दूसरा नया लिंक बना दे। ओ ओके सर। कौन कौन कर रहा है प्रेजेंटेशन करना है मतलब रिकॉर्डिंग ये और वो पार्ट है। प्रेजेंटेशन करना है मतलब रिकॉर्डिंग प्रेजेंटेशन करना है मतलब रिकॉर्डिंग ये और वो पार्ट है।
friends, welcome to Sailor Today TV, your unmissable dose of vitamin C. A quick look at the upcoming CMMI event on Thursday, 27th September 2018. Coming up to you live from Delhi. First, let's listen into Captain Philip Matthews, Master CMMI, sharing the company of Master Mariners vision. Over to you, Kinnari.
What do you think CMMI as an association should be aimed for next 5 years?
CMMI as an organization for the next 5 years should be the voice of the industry first and foremost. CMMI should be the body which should work to bring all the constituents of the maritime industry, be it the logistics sector, be it the engineering sector, be it the technical sector, and with the digitization in the maritime industry and the affected people and the people directly on the spot. Like the airlines industry today, it is only the cockpit. There is nothing else. It is like that. The maritime industry is going to be the bridge. Everything is going to be from the bridge. The digitalization is something which the maritime industry is focusing at. We should be there on the forefront. Any maritime development, it should be flowing out of our mariners. And to develop that skills, to develop whatever way we can facilitate, we will do that. Secondly, like the welfare of seafarers, this is very dear to heart. How we can, see that the seafarers are happy, the seafarers get the best of professional knowledge, how they can be given the source or given ideas, how to help them out if there is a calamity, if there is some problem. These are our aims, and I'm sure we will achieve more and more over the time coming, and I have a lot of confidence in the youth of today. They will take it up miles much faster than us.
On 27th September 2018, World Maritime Day will be celebrated at IMO headquarters and around the world. Joining in with the celebrations on the same day, the company of Master Mariners of India, Delhi chapter, has devoted the day to hold discussions on the current hot topic of digitization and artificial intelligence in shipping. Shri Gajendra Shekhawat, Honorable Minister of State for Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, will grace the occasion as chief guest, and Captain Ashok Mahapatra, who was bestowed the Sailor Today Seashore Awards for Lifetime Achievement this year, is the guest of honor at the function. The special highlight of the day will be conferring of fellowship on Honorable Minister of State Shri Gajendra Shekhawat and presentation of Lifetime Achievement Award by CMMI Delhi to Captain R.D. Kohli. Chairman CMMI Delhi Chapter Captain Pankaj Sareen will welcome the distinguished guests, expert panel of speakers and the participants, and the session will open with the presentation of e-examination by Captain Ashok Mahapatra, followed by talk by Captain Kishore on the theme of the day, digitization and artificial intelligence. Other experts speaking on the topic are Captain Bhupesh Gandhi, touching upon digitization on shipboard operations, Captain Gaurav Chhabra on the use of digitization and artificial intelligence as a decision-making tool for the seafarer, Captain Prabhat Nigam on the impact of artificial intelligence, the potentials and the challenges, and Captain Vikas Pandey on how blockchain is transforming the shipping industry. The conclave conclusion will be presented by Captain Pankaj Sareen. Let's have a look as to what he has to say.
September, CMMI Delhi chapter celebrates World Maritime Day by organizing a one-day technical seminar on the theme Digitization and Artificial Intelligence in Shipping. The key features of the seminar are conferring of honorary fellowship on Honorable Minister of State Shri Gajendra Shekhawat, facilitation of Captain R.D. Kohli with a Lifetime Achievement Award of CMMI for his yeoman service to Indian shipping, and the screening of the movie Mission Safir, which is co-produced by Mr. Hanif Modak and Captain Viraf Kaikobad. The takeaway from this seminar are that for the first time such a topic has been raised in India, which will pave the way for the future of Indian shipping. So see you at the India Habitat Center on 27th September 2018.
The seminar will also include some thought-provoking interactive question-answer sessions. Tune into Sailor Today TV as we bring you moment-to-moment coverage of the day. Please download the Sailor Today TV app from Google Play Store. You can also view this coverage live on our website www.sailortoday.in and the Sailor Today YouTube channel. See you all on Thursday, 27th September, 0930 hours Indian Standard Time. See you.
happiness is counting biryani.
We came for money, it's not all that funny. My heart is with my family and brain is with the money. There is a reason, sailing is a passion. My family is paramount in all the four seasons.
In all the four seasons, in all the four seasons.
Trust me.
What is the special on Sunday?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Nothing gives us happiness as counting biryani. Counting biryani, counting biryani. Happiness on board a ship is counting biryani. Counting biryani, counting biryani. Happiness on board a ship is counting biryani.
दरिया में आके हमने सोचा भी नहीं था सागर के लहरों में दुनिया मिलेगा
गिन्ना गिन्ना तिरकड़े दिन्ना किड़क तिरकड़े दिन्ना गिन्ना एकदा तिरकड़े किड़क तिरकड़े दादा गिन्ना तिन्ना गिन्ना
നീ വരും നാളോർത്ത് ഞാൻ കാത്തിരിക്കും നിൻ സ്വരം കേൾക്കുവാൻ കാതോർത്തിരിക്കും
रोज खाना चाहूँ खुशियाँ मनाऊँ झूमूं नाचूं गाऊं सुनो काउंटिंग बिरयानी
दरिया में सबसे मस्ती काउंटिंग बिरयानी काउंटिंग बिरयानी काउंटिंग बिरयानी दरिया में सबसे मस्ती काउंटिंग बिरयानी
Counting biryani, counting biryani. Happiness on board a ship is counting biryani.
சொந்தம் எல்லாம் பிரிந்தோம் இன்பம் எல்லாம் மறந்தோம் அழுதல் கூட கண்ணீர் இல்லை வேர்வையிலே துளைத்தோம்
ஏய் மச்சான் பாரு இந்த லைஃபே ரொம்ப போரு கான்ட்ராக்ட் முடிஞ்சு போனா நம்ம லைஃபே ரொம்ப ஜோரு
அன்னையின் அன்பும் இங்கு அருகினில் இல்லை தந்தையின் துணையும் இல்லை அடிக்கடி சண்டை போட சகோதரன் இல்லை சகோதரி குறும்பும் இல்லை மனைவியின் காதலன் அருகில் இல்லை பிள்ளையின் புன்னகை இங்குதான் இல்லை நிழற்படம் ஒன்று என் துணை
துன்பம் போய் இன்பம் வரும் கவுண்டிங் பிரியாணி கவுண்டிங் பிரியாணி கவுண்டிங் பிரியாணி துன்பம் போய் இன்பம் வரும் கவுண்டிங் பிரியாணி
Counting biryani, counting biryani. Happiness on board a ship is counting biryani.
वक्तों के लहरों पे बहते चले जा नीले आसमानों तले याद जो आए कोई दिल को समझा ले बादलों के संग चले जिंदगी जो भी है अभी यही है बंदगी अभी है कभी नहीं है
हम है ख्यालों में खोए
दरिया में सबसे मस्ती काउंटिंग बिरयानी काउंटिंग बिरयानी काउंटिंग बिरयानी दरिया में सबसे मस्ती काउंटिंग बिरयानी
Counting biryani, counting biryani. Happiness on board a ship is counting biryani.
काउंटिंग बिरयानी काउंटिंग बिरयानी तुनबम बोय इनबम वारम काउंटिंग बिरयानी That's
Hello friends, welcome to Sailor Today TV, your unmissable dose of vitamin C. A quick look at the upcoming CMMI event on Thursday, 27th September 2018. Coming up to you live from Delhi. First, let's listen into Captain Philip Matthews, Master CMMI, sharing the company of Master Mariners vision. Over to you, Kinnari.
What do you think CMMI as an association should be aimed for next 5 years?
CMMI as an organization for the next 5 years should be the voice of the industry first and foremost. CMMI should be the body which should work to bring all the constituents of the maritime industry, be it the logistics sector, be it the engineering sector, be it the technical sector, and with the digitization in the maritime industry and the affected people and the people directly on the spot. Like the airlines industry today, it is only the cockpit. There is nothing else. It is like that. The maritime industry is going to be the bridge. Everything is going to be from the bridge. The digitalization is something which the maritime industry is focusing at. We should be there on the forefront. Any maritime development, it should be flowing out of our mariners. And to develop that skills, to develop whatever way we can facilitate, we will do that. Secondly, like the welfare of seafarers, this is very dear to heart. How we cannot, see that the seafarers are happy, the seafarers get the best of professional knowledge, how they can be given the source or given ideas, how to help them out if there is a calamity, if there is some problem. These are our aims, and I'm sure we will achieve more and more over the time coming, and I have a lot of confidence in the youth of today. They will take it up miles much faster than us.
On 27th September 2018, World Maritime Day will be celebrated at IMO headquarters and around the world. Joining in with the celebrations on the same day, the company of Master Mariners of India, Delhi chapter, has devoted the day to hold discussions on the current hot topic of digitization. Hello friends, welcome to Sailor Today TV, your unmissable dose of vitamin C. A quick look at the upcoming CMMI event on Thursday, 27th September 2018. Coming up to you live from Delhi. First, let's listen into Captain Philip Matthews, Master CMMI, sharing the company of Master Mariners.
May I now request all the people on the dais to light the lamp, the auspicious way to start any proceedings that you take the God's blessings. Captain Mahapatra, please, sir. May I also request you to please come. We would like to take your special blessings as well. May I now invite Captain Shri Chairman, CMMI Delhi Chapter, to deliver the welcome address.
Guest of honor, Captain Ashok Mahapatra, Deputy Master, Captain Gajendra, respected wardens of the CMMI Mumbai, members of the shipping fraternity, and my dear fellow seafarers. On the occasion of the World Maritime Day, CMMI Delhi Chapter welcomes you all to its annual technical seminar on the theme Digitization and Artificial Intelligence in Shipping. It is indeed a proud moment for CMMI Delhi Chapter because it's for the first time that such a topic has been raised in India. And we do hope that by the end of the day, all of us would have something to take away home to ponder and to reminisce. A little about the organization. CMMI, what is it all about? What does it do? And how you too can contribute to it? CMMI is the only professional body of master mariners in India. It's registered under Section 25 of the Companies Act, 1956. It was formed in 1957 by few master mariners. 12 branches all over India as of today, with head office in Mumbai. The last branch was opened very recently, just 2 months ago, in Dubai. It has a total of about 3,000 members all over India. And its objectives are to provide a central body representation of all senior officers for the purpose of developing and promoting traditions and efficiency of the merchant navy. To encourage and maintain high and honorable standards and professional conduct in the officers. To promote and maintain efficient and friendly cooperation between the merchant navy and the Indian Navy. To collect, circulate, publish, and distribute statistics and other information relating to merchant navy or to nautical science. To constitute a body of representatives of experienced seamen who will be able to act as members or to give any evidence before any government of India, commissions, courts of inquiries, committees, boards, of any description, etc. To provide facilities for discussion and study of matters concerning or affecting merchant navy or seacraft, navigation or nautical science. To print, publish and distribute periodicals, books. To promote and foster continuous professional development by organizing lecture meetings and seminars on topical issues by the maritime industry from time to time. What CMMI does is, as a main focus of it, it publishes a journal called Command, which is done every 4 months. It assists DG Shipping in operating facilitation centers in Mumbai, Chennai, Kochi, Kolkata, and very recently in Delhi, where they issue major cargo endorsements, watchkeeping certificates, and certificate of proficiencies to cadets and ratings. It assists the DGS with external examiners for major and masters, oral examination. It assists DGS in various advisory committees, participates in committees at IMO, organizes family gatherings once a year, organizes monthly lecture meetings, organizes seminars at least twice a year. Potpourri and Spectrum are the key seminars which are held in Bombay, and likewise by each chapter, as is right now in Delhi, each chapter is organizing on a monthly basis. So last month was held by CMMI coaching. It advises the VES on various matters such as exit examinations for ratings and IB exams, prepares and distributes tire book for the 3-year BSc Nautical Science students, prepares and distributes ORB Part 2 for the Indian flag vessels. So what is there for me if I become a member of CMMI? Well, you'll receive a command journal for free. You'll get nominated on the various committees from time to time. There's a chance to increase your horizon in the maritime spectrum. You're free to attend the monthly lecture meetings. Free or subsidized to attend the seminars twice a year. Subsidized raised for entries in social gatherings. And you feel proud to become a part of a professional body. So what can you do? What we need to do is to create a vibrant body of professionals who will then have a say in the development of competence and skills in the nautical side. We should become the backbone on which Government of India should rely for professional interests. Let us start a membership drive and bring more professionals in our fold and open more chapters around the world. Thank you.
May I now request Captain P.K. Jha, Deputy Master, CMMI Mumbai, to inaugurate this conclave. Captain P.K. Jha.
Good morning, everybody. Well, I pick up from the last line. It says that let's start the membership drive. So I hope all of you are here, CMMI member. If not, please get in touch with the Capt and you have the website also. You can become a member of CMMI. It's very easy. Click and deposit the money. I am privileged to be here amongst you today, witnessing so many activities in the Delhi chapter of CMMI and also allowing me to meet so many friends. In fact, this seminar we have pushed to the end to Captain Sarin, and we told him that now time has come and we must organize. Thank you, Captain Sarin, for organizing it. And we would like to see it more often, not only one or two seminars. More often we would like to see the gathering or more professional here. In fact, theme of the seminar, digitization and artificial intelligence in shipping, is same as what is proposed and organized by IPSMA. I just want to introduce you to next year, same place, 25, 26, and 27. International body will be organizing the seminar. We will be supporting. It is called International Shipmaster Congress 2019. So please mark your dates in the calendar, 25th, 26th, 27th of September 2019. I was looking for which hall, because hall has to be a big one. So there you can accommodate maybe 300, 350 audience. World Maritime Day is being also celebrated all around the world with the theme of the year 2018 is IMO 70, our heritage, better shipping for better future. Once upon a time it was said that one who rules over the ocean rules the riches, and one who rules the riches rules the world. I feel it is still true, as every economic big power are trying to establish their supremacy in a different ocean called strategic location. I'm sure you are aware about it. However, we need to think in a different way as how do we make better shipping for our better future. Safety is taken care by the SOLAS, environment is taken care by Mahapatra, competency is taken care by STCW. Now everyone is concentrating towards the human factor. Now they said that the fourth pillar is the MLC, but I can see the advancement is coming up, and this is what is going to take care. Artificial intelligence. Now everyone is concentrating towards human factor to reduce accident incidents, and they say that human error is in the 90% of accidents. Very soon we'll see ship without master and crew. My question is, if it will reduce collision, grounding, fire, or any other major disaster? Well, time will say it is not very far from the reality. However, I am still firm believer that nobody can replace competent and skillful seafarer. One option is being seen, artificial intelligence will take away the job of the master and sea crew. But my thinking is a little different. It will increase the job. Man behind this artificial intelligence need to upgrade their skill. And to be very honest, I will ask Captain Mahapatra rewrite the STCW 2010. Because skill is required in a different manner. It's not same skill selection, aviation and GPS and things like that. So it has to be completely different. A new STCW will come, new generation will take over, and I'm sure the job will increase for the Indians on the ship as well as the shore. Of course, we must invest in technology, but do not forget man behind the technology. So we come back to the seafarers. Hence, if we want to see better future, then must invest in next generation of seafarers. They will bring better future for us. Minister is not there. I wanted to request him. So many lacunas are there. Still, we are prisoner in our own country. And in the name of ISPS level 2, we can't go ashore. So I wanted to request Minister to look into it so that we can go ashore, we have mental satisfaction. Sit tight, and today a lot of speakers are there. They will give you blockchain and God knows what all terminology they use. Internet of Things, virtual mixed reality. You have to think stock market without saving. You have to think banking without bank. So let's enjoy. I welcome you, all of you. And as it says that we have started the first overseas chapter in Dubai. We have got the approval from AGM. And very soon we should come. In Singapore also some work is going on to have the overseas chapter. So we are growing up. Please be part of this growing up CMMI. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. May I now request the representative from the DCB Bank to welcome the guest of honor, representing a bouquet of flowers. Ma'am, please. The guest of honor, ladies and gentlemen, Captain Ashok Mahapatra. Thank you, ma'am. The CMMI Delhi holds its seminar around the same time every year, and the reason is to commemorate the World Maritime Day, which falls on the 29th of September, and to feel one with the global maritime industry as well as the global maritime fraternity. We would like to share the video message of Mr. Capt. Lim, Secretary General of the International Maritime Organization, on the World Maritime Day.
IMO celebrates two major anniversaries.
Maritime transport is essential for sustainable trade and development. It's a central part of the blue economy, which has enormous potential to promote economic growth and
Sept, our heritage, better shipping for a better future. It looks both at the past and into the years to come. It provides an opportunity to reflect and showcase how IMO has developed and adapted wisely to its overall mission to promote safe, secure, environmentally sound, efficient, and sustainable shipping. It has done this largely through consensus among its 173 member states. The more than 50 international instruments adopted by IMO cover all aspects of international shipping, including ship design, construction, equipment, crewing, navigation, operation, and disposal. Complying with these standards can be challenging for the industry, but nothing truly worthwhile is ever easy. IMO's greatest achievement has been to create a level playing field through global regulations uniformly implemented, so that ships operators cannot simply cut corners. This approach also encourages innovation and efficiency. Since its beginning, IMO has worked to ensure that the people all over the world can continue to benefit from shipping in a manner that meets the needs of the global economy and also changing expectations about the safety, environmental protection, social responsibility, and so on. With the shipping transporting more than 80% of the global trade to people and the community all over the world, it is clear that IMO's action have an effect far beyond the ships themselves. IMO's heritage for the 70 years has been to drive improvement in shipping to achieve a better world today. Our challenge for years to come remains to work in collaboration with all stakeholders to create better shipping for a better future.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will now commence our session 1. And the session 1 will be chaired by Captain B.K. Capt, Deputy Master CMMI, Mumbai. And actually, the day's proceedings have been divided into 3 sessions where we have presentations during session 1 and session 2, that is in the pre-lunch. Post-lunch, we will have a session 3, which will be quite different. It will be screening of a very, very important documentary film. I don't want to speak before time to disclose the suspense. The session 1 will be chaired by Captain B.K. Capt, and we have 2 presentations. One by the guest of honor himself, Captain Ashok Mahapatra, and Captain S. Kishore. May I therefore request, sir, could you please come? As I said, the first presentation will be by the guest of honor himself, Captain Ashok Mahapatra. Ladies and gentlemen, Captain Ashok Mahapatra started his sea career with Sindhya Steam Navigation Company in July 1973 and sailed as Chief Officer of the Sindhyas. He then took command at a very young age of 25 years with the South India Shipping Corporation till late 1986, when he joined the Government of India at DG Shipping as a nautical surveyor. Having earned his extra masters in 1992, he rose to become the Deputy Nautical Advisor to Government of India in 1994. Captain Mahapatra then stepped into the international arena in 1998 when he joined the IMO as Senior Technical Officer, STCW Section, Maritime Safety Division. Subsequently, he was promoted as Head, Maritime Training and Human Element, Subdivision for Operational Safety and Human Element, Maritime Safety Division in 2004, where he was the Secretary of the STCW Subcommittee, which was responsible for the revision of the STCW Convention, which we use today as STCW 2010. Thereafter, he became the Senior Deputy Director Subdivision for Operational Safety and Human Element within the Maritime Safety Division. And finally, he became the first Indian to head the Maritime Safety Division as its director, where, among other important matters, he was responsible to provide appropriate advice to the Secretary General of the IMO related to maritime safety and security. Captain Ashok Mahapatra will speak on moving towards a digital future. Sir, it is an honor to have you with us. Ladies and gentlemen, Captain Ashok Mahapatra.
Thank you, Captain Sinha, Captain Sari, Mr. Master. It's indeed an honor and a pleasure to be here with all of you all to meet and discuss a few things, come back to my roots after 20 years being overseas, and of course it is always a great pleasure to be with the future, past, present and future of shipping as it stands. I will be speaking on a fairly general idea moving towards the digital future and addressing also some of the concerns that the Deputy Master did raise and some of the comments that were made on whether a master is required or somebody will lose their job and all. Let's not get into a doomsday scenario. I mean, the way I will present my presentation would be, I'll start with the first step towards digitization, which would be e-learning. Then how do we use technology towards doing the oral assessment? Then, of course, the contentious issue of autonomous ships, which I think where I will probably go back more than a century to bring some clarity into what things are, and then go in for big data transfer, which will be the Kishore, I was also thinking of it because I don't like standing at one place and talking, but unfortunately it was ages. Anyway, that's all right. The question is, why do I say about e-learning? E-learning. You know, when my children were studying in the US for the first degree and it started looking at it, all the major universities have moved towards e-learning. In other ways, the way the digital world has gone, it's no longer a teacher and student relationship. It's a teacher and mentor relationship. Because whatever the teacher is going to teach, the student already has it on the Google. He's Googled it and brought it out. So he is already there. The usual PowerPoint talk doesn't work anymore with the present generation students. So they evolved the e-learning, and This has led to significant changes into how content is accessed, consumed, discussed and shared. It is also gives the privilege and the added advantage to the candidate or the student, whatever you call him or her, the comfort of accessing this from any part at any time. And this becomes particularly significant for the seafarer because if he or she can access this information while having, because let's face it, that when you are on the ship after you finished your watchkeeping duties, you have a little time, 3-4 hours before you fall off to the bed, you can start accessing things and having a look at it. And so this gives, and so by the time you come in, it becomes much easier for you to interact with your mentor or your teacher, whatever you like. And unlike the classroom, the same information can be accessed any number of times. Because if you are in a classroom, the teacher comes and delivers it, goes off with the PowerPoint, and then that's it. Otherwise, you have to start chasing the teacher. You don't have to chase the teacher. You can chase Google. And let's face it, the youth, there is a bunch of youth nodding their heads to what I'm saying. I know you're all aspirational. You want learning to be fun, and let's see how we can make it fun. That is why during the revision of the 2010, when I was in charge of revising the convention, I did put in the options of introducing e-learning. We couldn't put it in the mandatory part for the simple reason that in 2010, we were still having regions in the world which were not that easily accessible for net connectivity and meeting this kind of scenario that I am trying to project today. What are the benefits? First, flexible learning, anytime, anywhere. More so with people, candidates, officers, ratings all coming down for their post-C certificates of competency. That once, if you start doing this, you can reduce your time ashore of spending in the colleges, thereby reducing your cost of boarding, lodging and transportation. There is multimedia, audio and video presentations which make understanding better. There's an old saying, a picture says 1,000 words, and that is what it comes out of. Then with this reduction of time ashore when you have to come in to do your certificates of competency or even the value-added courses, your turnover time for getting back on the ship becomes less, so that from a seafarer's point of view, there is lesser loss of pay. I'm saying it lesser loss of pay because in our times we used to get paid during leave, but today with the contractual system, it's slightly different. I'm not saying which is good or which is bad, but it was there. As a result, you spend more time with your family rather than spending time in transportation and getting into in-class discussions or lectures, as we call it. How does it benefit the faculty? There is a uniform, standardized material for presentation, learning content, which has its use because it has to be validated first. But once it is validated, it becomes a standardized content, and the content does not depend on individual mentor, teacher, whatever you call it. So there is a level playing field there. Efficient methods of conducting assessments. You can do online assessment and freedom, creative freedom to reach out to the students. The student, he is studying at night, he wants something, he can quickly send out an email to the mentor, supposing he is accessing his material in, say, on the west coast of America, and he finds out a time and he's got stuck with the issue. He or she does not have to wait 6 months before he comes back. He can pick up a time, get in touch with the mentor and say, this is what I can't understand. So the mentor can give him. How does it help the regulatory bodies? It reduces the administrative burden with a power-driven process for monitoring. That means you start standardizing, you remove the subjectivity. And of course, once we've had this scenario where people come, log in and get out, but in this case, they come to college and then bunk. That does not become very easy for the prime reason that every time you're logging in, if you don't, if you're not active within it, it logs you out so that you get caught much more easily. So bunking is not that easy. And how does it help the shipping company? It is lesser downtime. So they have a bigger pool available for people. They don't, suddenly somebody falls sick or something, or somebody, he doesn't have to run around and get whoever is available to put him on the ship. He has a bigger pool of people because you are having people turning around from the certificates of competency at a much faster rate. So I would say that the governments and the maritime administrations need to encourage the e-learning process to meet the aspirations of the younger generations, because that is our future and we need to invest in it. To this end, I have seen during my last position in the IMO that UK Maritime and Coast Guard Agency has approved similar learning programs, e-learning programs for maritime education. So I would recommend that e-learning is offered as an alternative, not as a mandatory alternative. Let the candidate have the flexibility to decide whichever way he or she wants to do it. Some may be more comfortable coming to class, some may not want to be. They want to be radical and go totally all out, and I'm fairly confident that the younger generation would like to be radical. They are radicals. We were radicals in our age. Now, here I am going to be very, very controversial. How do we use technology for oral assessment or oral examination as we know it? I have been an examiner. Tell me, how many of you all have seen the program ABC? Okay. This idea got into my head watching Amitabh Bachchan doing the KBC program, where the examiner, I put end up as the examiner and the candidate sitting across, hot seat. We'll come to that. When you look at it, I know we have an entire syllabus for oral examination, whether it's second or masters. It's fairly standardized. But when it comes to oral assessment, the way we start structuring it, I mean, me included, we used to do it the way we felt as an examiner felt comfortable. The candidate was not aware what question is going to start with and what question is going to end with. If we come to a situation, we have a standardized, with all the examiners putting in their questions, they are validated, and seen that they are not ambiguous and open-ended questions. They are fed into the computer, and it says, according to the syllabus, the candidate, the examiner, or the Amitabh Bachchan presses a button, a question comes out which is unambiguous and not open-ended. It requires an answer from a student. The student answers it. The examiner is required to give a certain grading. There can be, you can make the gradings the way, there are methodologies of doing it, you grade it. You cannot go to the next question unless the examiner grades it. Then you press the next and subsequently. At the end of it, the computer gives out the results of the assessment, and the subjectivity of the examiner is removed of saying whether a guy is passed or failed. The computer gives you. So, how do your younger guys who are going for the examinations like this idea? I would say definitely yes, and why? And the reason I'm saying it is, even I as an examiner have been guilty of being subjective. I was guilty. But in today's context, we need to remove that kind of subjectivity. Try to get in some amount of standardized situation which should be there, so that both the examiner and the student know what they are in for, and there is a level playing field, irrespective of who the examiner is. The examiners, all the examiners can sit down and do the questions and everything. Today we are having all these kind of things where you are having videographing and all that. I mean, that still does not take away the subjectivity. What I am trying to bring out is use technology to remove the subjectivity. So that is how it is. Now we come to the great question of autonomous ships. You know something? The change is the only constant in this universe. An autonomous ship will come sooner than later. I'll take you back a little, almost close to 2 centuries earlier, when shipping faced a similar kind of a thing. When we were moving from sailing ships to power-driven ships. Okay, we didn't have these complexities. The biggest complexity on that was the rules of the road. In 1855, Trinity House did its first rule of the road dealing with power-driven vessels. And believe it, it took 40 years for to have some kind of a compromise. And the masters and the people, admirals who were on sailing ships, rubbished the power-driven vessels and said, this is nonsense, and this cannot happen, and it is taking away the competence and all. I'm sorry, that is not, they were wrong. And we would be wrong here to say that everything will go off. The fact of the matter is that these autonomous ships will require to be operated and managed from a remote operations. And those operating it will require to have the same kind of skills. And in addition, something more to operate them. So what I am saying is, seafarers will not lose their jobs. It is only that their profile will change. Their profile will change. You will move from the ship to a remote location. There are challenges which I will come into at a little later stage, but nobody can take away whoever is operating that you need to navigate the ship from one point to the other. Somebody has to monitor it. Somebody has to be there. And this is what I am saying, that the profile of the seafarer will change. Maybe the terminology may change, may not change. I would say that the terminology would be called as digital seafarer or remote seafarer, whatever it is. But basically they will require still majority of the competences as it is written down in the STCW convention for somebody to operate it. One way or the other they will have to have it. And in addition they will have to have the technology competences which we need to incorporate. So this is something that would have to be written down in the future STCW convention. However, there are some bigger challenges. How do you deal with a basic issue of lookout on an autonomous ship? I was given an answer in a digital conference on autonomous ship. Oh, we'll have cameras by a set of techies. I said, fine. I said, have any of you been on a winter Atlantic voyage where the swells are going up to 12 meters, 14 meters and comes across this thing where the camera goes for a toss? It's a small camera where how? I said, we never thought of it. I said, yes. I'm not saying that it is not an issue that it cannot be met with, but you need to talk with it. For techies to go off on their own is fine, but they need to have this conversation with the people who are working at it. And there's one problem with the techies, that they always like to say that they can do the work. And one classic example is, today everybody is talking of driverless cars. Do you know when the first driverless car concept and the prototype was built? It was in 1977. We are in 2018. How many years? We're still debating it. So we will debate for a long time. It's not that it won't be there. But there are issues, things like handling emergencies. You know, I was sitting at the last subcommittee on the cargoes. I was sitting and we had an issue with one of the hypochlorite cargoes being carried in bulk, where the fertilizer had heated up, self-heating this thing, and the issue was very easily resolved by opening out the hatches and, cooling the thing down, not putting water, but let the vapors go out, because the vapors coming out was creating the exothermic reactions. In such a case, how do you do it? If before going out you have battened down the hatches and see remotely how you go to, but not that it cannot be done, it can be done, but you need to look at these things. The question of liability and insurance, and this comes in with this great subject today we have on criminalization of seafarers. Anything happens, first put the master behind bars. That's the common master and a couple of officers behind bars. A ship on the American coast with a Liberian flag, having an operation sitting in Timbuktu, where does the Coast Guard or the local police authorities, whom are they going to catch in a sovereign country, sitting, even if it is in India? Can they come and arrest the man in India? So these are issues which will keep cropping up and which have to be addressed. And the insurance, nobody has talked to the insurances yet. How do they cover these risks? How do you deal with issues on forces of nature? My discussions with the techies in Copenhagen. I said, this thing happens and we are having a lot of vibration because of it. You have a delinking of the computer through the satellite. How do you deal with it? You have to have some alternative means. It's still techies being techies, this thing, it's a fantastic thing, they will go about it. And finally, how do you berth a ship alongside? And how will you deal with it? Yes, people are saying they have these magnetic things which will pull the ship in and make fast and all that. But for that to come into operation, initially you will have to start thinking the transitional methods as to how you are going to, every country cannot afford to have this kind of device which they have just installed in, I think, Fujairah or Salala. But all this, in my opinion, can be overcome if we have the will to do so, and I'm sure we'll do it. And finally, I would now come in as to how we are going to, how this big data thing which we are talking of, and how IMO has been dealing with it. We started it with the e-navigation. Unfortunately, I must admit that the nomenclature as e-navigation is a misnomer. It should have been e-data transfer. But once it comes into the IMO terminology, it is very difficult to change it. Because to get a consensus between 173 countries is practically impossible. We managed to give it 5 priority solutions. First was for improvised bridge and user-friendly design. It should be harmonized. Standardized reporting, and this should be with automated reporting system. I'm glad to say that we managed to get this through with the NCR subcommittee, and the reporting format, we got it standardized because we had n number of reportings which varied from country to country and area to area, so we have standardized it. Say, you give everything, let us put everything down. And then now they are working on that no longer a ship master will have to report at it. The data will be there, and whichever country wants, they can pull in. Notwithstanding the other controversy of data protection and all that, but like they can get in the ETA, they can get the cargo, they can get the crew list, everything. So every time master or somebody, you are reducing the administrative burden with the master. Then the resilience and ability which we are talking as to how do you deal with it, that is being addressed. Generation available for standardized display and contents, and this came out with when I was told by a particular ship management company that they went in for GMDSS equipment from a particular manufacturer, 20 ships, same set of equipment. But when it came on board, not all equipment had the same display, nor the functions were the same. Though the system numbers were the same, because they were manufactured in different countries. So this was, and this came as a big surprise to me, and listen. And of course, we have started this thing with the IALA to have improved communication between the DTS portfolio, and that is being addressed, that has not been completed as yet. And then we come in to do this, which will require a lot of data transfer. The present GMDSS was not being able to do it. So we went in for a 4-year review of the GMDSS, and now the GMDSS modernization plan been approved. It's now the regulations which are going to be written down, and hopefully they will be in place by 2024. And to facilitate this kind of data transfer, we are all aware that the Inmarsat has its limitations up to 70 degrees north, 70 degrees south. We have approved Iridium, which is a polar orbiting satellite, which can this thing, and there is a MOU between the two that even if you are an Iridium satellite or operator or a Inmarsat operator, they will have the interoperability and this. So this will come in and facilitate the data transfer, because the crux of it is going to be data transfer. Because in all this autonomous ships or whatever it is, I mean, Capt. Kishore will talk about it because he has been in, and I think he will agree with me that the major crux is how do you transfer the data and securely. And that is where what it is. And finally, you guys, let us get together and move the shipping world into the exciting digital world. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. The next presentation will be by Captain Sundaresan Kishore. Captain Kishore is an extra master who sailed from 1976 till 1990. He was in LBS from 1990 to 1994. Subsequently, Captain Kishore went on to ship management in various capacities till 2003. Thereafter, he relocated to Singapore as head of a software company in the maritime sector. Captain Kishore came back to Mumbai in 2008 to start Kongsberg Group's foray into India. Kongsberg is a 200+ years old Norwegian multinational company that deals in defense, aerospace, maritime and energy business areas. Captain Kishore was Managing Director for Kongsberg Oil and Gas. He retired as Managing Director of Kongsberg Digital, a world leader in digital solutions across all the business areas mentioned. He will enlighten us on digitalization and artificial intelligence. Ladies and gentlemen, Captain Kishore.
Good morning, my young friends from behind and younger still friends up ahead and possibly the youngest here and on the podium. The subject that Captain Sinha introduced me to be speaking as will be Mahapatra left. Ashok was talking about some really relevant things, but let me tell you that a lot of things have been sorted out. I mean, it's right that Kongsberg is in the foray of things right on top there, and the first autonomous ship is being delivered by Kongsberg for Yara in 2020, and Kongsberg 2 months back is Waterworld Rolls-Royce Maritime, which was the only other one in autonomous shipping. So it's completely there. But what I would like to go back to, let's go back to the times where we have been, I want to go back not just the 100 years that Mahapatra was talking about. I want to go back right on to the time of industrial revolutions, from when humanity changed. Right? We humans possibly are the smartest lot in this world, in the species. There is no two ways about it. Technology is just a word invented. Each of the revolutions saw one technology coming up. You can call it prime mover. Kongsberg has been going through all these areas. Kongsberg started in 1656, but 1814 Norway got independence. It's a Norwegian government company. So since Norway got independence, it is called as a 200+ year old company. Otherwise, it is 400+ years. And right from the beginning, Kongsberg has been in two sections.
the defense and civil. I don't know if any of you know about that why civil engineering is called civil engineering, because in the eras when engineering just started, all the rest was military. It's only the housing and everything which was given to civil. Everything else is military. Let me tell you something, gentlemen. Even in this latest of technology, the first of the innovations goes to the ironical word defense. We make the most offensive equipment and call it defense, like concept defense, and so on and so forth. So the first industrial revolution, which started in the 1700s, the prime mover was steam. Suddenly, the produce, instead of selling at X cost to the village, he could go to the next and next village and sell it at 2X. And then the human innovation started and moved and progressed. And along with the progression, we had one side progressing of railroads, wheels, cars. We started this thing that, as he said, as Capt. Mahapatra said, sailing to propelling. So we could move the oceans, and suddenly this X, which I was selling to the next village, I could go to the town and sell it 2X. I could go to the city and sell it 3X, and I could go abroad and sell it 10X. And that's it, the economy boomed. Even then, the word used by Capt. Mahapatra, doomsayers of this world, said, oh, poor guys are losing jobs, we are going to not have any progress, but not at all, gentlemen. We progressed. Along with the progress on the other side, our ironical friends on the other side started making guns and so many other things. Konsberg was first making cutlasses and swords. We graduated to rifles and this thing. That's how it's been moving both sides. We were silver mines before that. So anyway, that was the time when steam was the prime mover, or steam was the technology. We made things faster, better, and everything. Nothing happened. We only progressed. Nobody got displaced. Nobody lost any jobs. We only got better. Then came in so many years later, 200 and 300 years later, we had the second industrial revolution. Unbelievable thing, which is electricity. I still remember years back, when I had first gone out to see and saw television. Of course, those days we had nothing in India. And then came back and I was telling at home, hey, yeah, this is that and everything. My grandmother from behind said, I've seen electricity coming. That just put me off. Quite. Just imagine one light burning in a village or town or city where there was nothing. That was the prime mover. World moved much faster, my friends. At that time also the doomsayers were saying, oh, this is very, very bad. Something is going to happen. People are going to lose jobs. People are going to lose skills. Because with electricity coming in, we went into automation. So gone are the days of the skilled welder. He says, yeah, this guy's welding is much better than that guy. He's a fantastic navigator than this guy. Blah, so blah, whatever. And all those guys who were good welders and skilled welders suddenly were replaced by automation. Control systems came in. We could control anything. We could put some kind of a data into this automated welding machine, if you may, and get the quality that we want, fitness for use. Just this morning, I've been away from shipping sector for more than 15 years now, but just this morning I got some yarn from Capt. Hon'ble. I was talking about IMO's foray into, what is that shipbuilding foray word uses? Goal-based, yes. So that is fitness for use. So you could have a quality which was replaced by the machine. Did we lose the welders? Well, man, we standardized the welding. Irrespective of which part of the world now welding was carried out, the quality was same. Suddenly the guy who was a skilled labor as far as the welder is concerned, went and joined, say, ITA and became an electronic skilled welder. As Ashok rightly said, you were just going from one place to another. Again the world started moving, again we were progressing, nothing happened. The doomsayers again started, and on the other side, mind you, there was no disruption, but there was positively destruction with the two world wars coming in during this period. Massive loss of life, massive loss of everything, no doubt about that. That's human being, because our friends on the ironical side, the defense, were creating. First aircrafts were created by the defense guys. The rifles and guns and everything became better and better. And mind you, just for your information, Konsberg has more than 70% of the US defense, almost 80% of Australian defense, Canadian defense, Norway of course. And mind you, it's already there in the naval area, underwater unmanned vehicles. In case of The civil side is only to 1500 meters, but in case of defense side, it can go down to 6000 meters, deepest part of the ocean, fully unmanned. And just last February, Kongsberg had automated 12 airports in the north of Norway. No human being, just one guy. Everything else is automated. Operators sitting in Oslo operating all the 12, 3 or 4 operators maximum. It's already there. It's already there. And the integrated management system, the way data is communicated and transferred, is already there in almost all the naval ships of, how do I say, I wouldn't call it developed countries, but the defense countries or whatever. So in those areas, they are very much there. And then the third industrial revolution, as the historians will call it, is the coming in of computing power. Fantastic. My mentor and philosopher, or rather all our mentor and philosopher, Captain Rivari, was the one who introduced us to computers when we were in college. Me, Ajay, we were all together at the same time. Ashok and me, we were there at that time, we were doing extra masters. We saw first time something called as a computer and computation. Capt was, I think that time, if I remember, something he was writing. I have forgotten now completely, but something to do with training, and we started using word processor, and we got one chunk of machine in front of us. And we used to say that, there's something called email, .org, universities mein, and then we used to imagine the way we have come across from there to now. The prime mover with the computation power, now see each of the industrial revolution, the period shrinking. The third industrial revolution, just a few decades. From centuries, it became decades, when you already started having computation powers to a level that we can have everything digitized, as the word they use. Today, the word used is digitalized. Then the word was used as digitized. Everything we could computerize, everything we could do that, and the prime mover or technology was computer technology. And now, gentlemen, in the last 6 years, what we call as the fourth industrial revolution. And here, data, as you rightly said, data is the king, queen, boss, you call it anything. Data is everything. But the prime mover is communication. We have made the data transfer easy, secure, and possible. The so-called blockchain technology, somebody is going to talk about it later. That's, again, it's a framework. Every framework is today called as a technology. Okay, it's just, if you have to, in layman's term, for people like us, our vintage, I would say that you can have one house with one gate and a lock and everything. It is possibly easier to break that lock. But the same one, if you have a large apartment complex with number of entry points, it's difficult to break. It's not that's the kind of security we are trying to get it with the movement in the fourth industrial revolution. But we, gentlemen, we human beings are still there. Nothing is lost. We have just possibly graduated from being one to another. So nothing is going to happen later also. And let me share a very simple, straightforward data with you. Population in this world has grown exponentially. Unemployment percentage is not changed at all here, not significantly at all. That means that nobody is losing jobs. Somewhere along the line, we are only alternating between one to another. But mind you, every single generation requires a mentor. Maybe the mentoring in our case, when as senior seafarers, should be towards today. We have master mariners who understands technology, who knows software. All these younger guys can operate everything. Tomorrow it could be a software engineer who becomes a master. Who knows that? We don't know what the technology name would be. But it's our job to mentor them. And it's the job of the next generation who knows software, but our master mariner to mentor the software engineer who is going to be a master mariner tomorrow. We don't know. But gentlemen, human beings will always support and go ahead. Again, when we were talking in the flight this morning with Captain Hon'ble, he made a remark of what Steve Jobs said. Consumers are fools. It's true. We just make a technology and give it to you. You want to take it, but the technology is there. I make iPhone. And see the way we grab it. Every technology is fed to us, given to us. No problem, accept it. And this shows that nothing is wrong with that. Here is what happens to data, as Captain Mahapatra rightly pointed out. Data in the wrong hands can be interesting. I'm sorry, it's very difficult for me to stand in one place and speak. I'm so used to moving around, so I have to blame you for that. So anyway, coming back to that. Yes, the guy who sees everything knows everything. Is he going to use it or not? We don't know. Does it bother me? We were just discussing this morning about this Aadhaar thing. Does it bother me, or we were actually discussing about driving license, or the car registration. In Bombay, certain areas, when your car passes, it is already there as a record with the traffic department. They know exactly, or the same in Delhi possibly. They know exactly when your car passed, what time, when, blah, 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 everything. When you sell your car, the buyer can see all this data. Is it, to me, I find nothing wrong here. Okay, know what I'm going to do. Know what I'm browsing. Know what you want. I have no problem. But then that's me. You may not, you may have a problem. Yes, it's a privacy issue. Data can be a privacy issue. I had another cartoon here which says that with data and cloning coming in, and defense being always the prime mover with everything, mind you, it's a dangerous thought. When you have everything autonomous. Because there is no emotions then. A decision is taken by a machine, there is no emotions. And if it's going to be war of machines, gentlemen, it is going to be operated by human beings, but it's a war of machines. So we have to be careful on that part as far as progress is concerned. But we will progress, we will control it, and we will make sure that the war of machines is not going to happen. Mind you, human beings do not compete with technology. We use technology. Is Usain Bolt going to run with a robo and prove his timing? No, he's going to run with another human being. You cannot produce a Lata Mangeshkar. You can have a voice electronically created, but you cannot have another Lata Mangeshkar. So human beings are not competing with technology. Human beings are with technology and rather operating technology. So what is this digitization to digitalization? Very, very simple example. In digitization, you converted everything into a soft form. In digitalization, you took it on top and put it in the cloud. Does it increase the risk of more people attacking? That is why you have technologies like blockchain, so that you have what is called, instead of a distributed database, it is a connected database, and then you have transaction-wise security. The first transaction security cannot be used on the third possibly. So there are a lot of other security levels, firewalls as it is called, accelerators, wire accelerators, so many others. I let it not get into technology which the experts are going to talk about. But generally, including everything, human beings have progressed. Gone are the days of software engineers. Many times they ask, many of our applications have already got business intelligence here. Why are then people talk about Console themselves have got one of the best platform. Actually, our platform is used by NATO, used by US Defense, which is called Cognify, on which the business intelligence, predictive, preventive, and proactive intelligence works on top. Why that? Why not when you already have an application like PMS running with everything? Well, gentlemen, the times when we were in the third industrial revolution, we were creating this using probabilistic theory. I don't know now, but I must have did my dissertation on probabilistic theory of damage assessment, and maybe now it is changed into mathematical theory. Mind you, today the algorithms working on these digital platforms are all mathematical theory. In probabilistic theory, you always define the standard deviation. Any data which is on top or below the standard deviation is ignored, lost, chucked out. But that's not the case. That data may be the most important thing for a catastrophic situation to be predicted. So you need that data. So today's business intelligence platform do not take out any data. They work on game principles, random principles, so many pure mathematics. Mind you, the highest paid today, even in my own company in Bangalore when I was running the company, even we had, head office was in Bombay, I was based in Bombay, but we had a very large software team in Bangalore. The highest paid was the data scientists, which we used to pick up from Indian Institute of Science, Indian Institute of Statistics, the mathematicians, pure maths guys. Mind you, they used to start, these young boys, they used to start at 24-30 lakhs per annum. Much, much more than what we see as this thing, It's a completely different equation out there. But these guys are smart. So you have went on from digitization to digitalization, making sure that along with that, we have moved the security. Security is, the technologies that change and the languages, the security is very, very strong today. Just to give you a small statistics, if you consider 1 grain of rice to be a bit of data, by 2032 the entire Pacific Ocean will be filled. And it's also said that in the last 7 years, the data that human race is accumulated is more than the entire human race itself. And these data are accurate, gentlemen. When we talk about history, there was somebody who was interpreted, written, and we are reinterpreting now. It's not accurate data as such. It is his or her story, possibly. Maybe with this kind of data, it will become high reality. History will be no more, because we will be actually having the data of things then than now. Okay. So going ahead with that, this is what I was talking about, integrated management system. Of course, I'm using Kongsberg product as it is, and this integrates irrespective of who the vendor is. A single management system on top in the bridge, which takes data from everything that is there. Everything. As I said, it's already there in the defense sector. It's already there. Everything is taken, calculated, transferred. It's transferred through satellite. Fortunately, thanks to IMO, Iridium coming in is a big help in transferring of big data, as it is called. It's not just big, it's massive data. And what is happening to us closer in our sector? We are moving from an age of digital twin concept. Kongsberg has already got the digital twin in the oil and gas sector and very fast moving into the maritime sector. What is the difference? Well, in case of simulation, if you remember, we had a model ship and we had a few model ships. We made so many models and beautiful. We had a model scenario of all over the world, exact digitization, do it, digitalize it, put it, and then practice the operator training simulator, as it is called in the oil and gas sector. As in ship management simulator, as far as we are concerned, we practiced on that and we were prepared to take over command. In the digital twin concept, everything is driven by data. Just imagine on the ship which has got an integrated management system running on top. A very senior master, 30-40 years in command, making port, difficult, not difficult, doesn't matter, making port. In a particular traffic condition, in a particular weather, everything is there. Every data is available. Small Internet of Things causes every single component to be traced. From a bolt in the ship from its life to death, and everything can be traced. So having said that, this is now recording every single action of the senior master. Let us say this master takes 20 minutes to complete the maneuvering with 1.5 tons of diesel consumed. Okay, he gets relieved by a rookie master. He makes the same boat at the same time. He possibly takes 40 minutes and consumes 3 tons of diesel. Not good. How do you change that? It's the same as our automation engineer with the welder. You change that by possibly having the data which is already collected by the earlier master, and this master can possibly practice even before he goes on his tablet. Today everything can be done in your phone possibly, on your handle. You just practice, hey, what I'm going to do, plan, and then do the maneuvering. Isn't it? The next step, now the systems that is sharing the data with you starts talking to you. It starts telling this rookie master, hey, now reduce speed. Hey, you can do this. The radar tells you, hey, no, you need not alter for the ship, you can continue, keep your course, blah, blah, blah. Everything is told to him. And he is prompted every bit of the way. And you may find him also completing the maneuvering in 20 minutes and consuming 1.5 tons. Isn't it? Now you remove this rookie master and put artificial intelligence. What have we? Our autonomous ship. As simple as that. And mind you, this is exactly what the Kongsberg's delivery in 2020 with Hera is. Yes, it also births itself. It is also zero emission because it's a completely electrical ship. And the next one with Williamson, which we already tied up for the complete digitalization, as well as Wärtsilä, is not too far. They will also come. But it's not going to be on a commercial scale very, very fast. It will take donkey's years before it comes. 3 generations maybe after us, before it can see the light of the day. But by that time, you will have a lot of coastal areas being covered, small waters, inland waters may be covered, maybe long voyages, maybe part automatic, part this thing. There was an experiment by Indonesia some years back, if I remember right, with I think 9 crew or 8 crew, where as soon as the vessel reaches port, the crew takes over, which is for all the shore operation. Again, the sailing crew is different. And I remember at that time, Naomi was very much there. We used to argue how lonely can the seafarer be. I mean, he doesn't have anybody. to talk to. Those were the days. Now artificial intelligence is never lonely. He's always talking to all the systems that's existing around him, with him, and anywhere else in the world. And add to this all the data coming from all the other kind of chips, making the same code, blah, blah, blah. Even that consumption can be reduced from 1.5 tons to 1 ton. Almost everywhere, gentlemen, any kind of progress, any kind of thing is a commercial reality. And it is the commercial reality which actually runs technology, and technology which runs the human being. And this is a very typical graph when it comes to technology. It's a graph which is very normally used. Suddenly there is a trigger in technology, like it happened with .com, when we had the internet coming in the third industrial revolution, and then a peak of expectation, so many .com companies, and then the massive crash. And the .com crash was there, the trough of disillusionment as it calls, and then the plateau of productivity. In fourth industrial revolution, we are in the plateau of productivity. So gentlemen, understand this very clearly. As a concluding remark, I will say that we human beings should know how to use technology. We are human beings here. Work for 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week. Go home, enjoy. Do what you want to do. Be spiritual, as my friend Ajay will say. Spiritual in his sense will be meditating. My spiritual will be single malt. But whatever it is spiritual. So it is up to you what kind of spirituality you want to choose. Don't let technology rule you. You rule the technology. And that's what you have to be prepared for as a sector. Thank you. But questions?